Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Capital A Trading, and welcome to another episode of Case Study. These brief videos are just about some investment opportunities that I mentioned last week, show you how they've developed, how it's progressed, and what kind of situation you could have been in had you been trading it. So this week we're going to look at the US30, we're going to take a look at what was said last week, and of course you can now see how it's progressed. So if that sounds good, if you trade, if you take investments, if you need a bit of support, if you want access to my Discord, reach out to me. You can send an email at capitalatrading@hotmail.com or reach out to me on Instagram, that's adstar10_FX. Send me a direct message on there and I'll set you up with the access that you need. Now with that being said, let's take a look at what was mentioned last week on the Forex Weekly around the US30.
Next up is going to be the US30. This was a trade that I mentioned back on the 18th of November, and it had a monstrous push to the downside, as you're about to see from this level. What I do now, just break it down and go on to the 4-hour time frame. We're now coming back to that same area where the trade was mentioned last month. So I just want to see what's going to happen. I want to see it interact in a similar way and just basically start to struggle going higher than my red marked area around the 36,200 to the 36,400. At that point, if it starts to struggle, I'll be looking to take a position and the sell will be back towards the 3,500 mark, where I can at least see price getting down towards here. So keep an eye on that one this week. Again, the US dollar's interest rate decision. If it's in line with that, if it's sitting in this area around that time, I'll be even more confident on in my trade, seeing it push to the downside. So keep an eye on that one. It's going to be the US30. Okay, so here we are on the US30. This is how it developed over the week, and there's been some very key factors to talk about. So the week started around here. It made a little push to the downside. Now this is where the news kind of will show you how it's manipulated this chart. The US dollar's interest rate decision was announced at 7 p.m. on the 15th of December. So just right here on this candle. Now what's happened is the US dollar interest rate decision has been used to push price towards that entry level. Now what we've had is price hit the 36,200 and stick, create a transaction for my students who know, and that area there, as you can see, was very ready to a big push to the downside. Now what's happened is this was where the pound's interest rate decision at midday on the 16th of December has been announced. So they've used the interest rate decisions to push price to that level where it has previously been manipulated, where I've mentioned that sell last month. And now it looks like price is progressing towards that target I mentioned here on the 2-hour time frame, towards the 3,500 level. So again, a very profitable situation, a very good entry. Once you understand what the market makers, what the people that control this market are doing, and now we're in a profitable situation that we can hold on to for next week. And I will be mentioning a retest around the 35,800, 3600. So be sure to catch the Forex Weekly out on Sunday.
Okay, so as you could see there, a great trade on the US30 and a very profitable situations for a couple of my students. So if that sounds good to you, if you want to get in on this, if you want to catch these investment opportunities, like I said at the start, reach out to me, send an email, capitalatrading@hotmail.com or the Instagram, adstar10_FX. Send a direct message in there and we can converse from there. Thank you for watching. That's all from me this week. Be sure to catch the Forex Weekly out every Sunday, where you can catch on to these investment opportunities.